Welcome back to Al's Kitchen. It's always great to see you. Happy New Year to all of you and welcome back to the channel. Now I'm going to kick the new year off with a new series and I'm going back to base, back to the beginning where I started making Indian restaurant curries at home using the all-important base gravy. One of the most important things about Indian restaurant curries is the base gravy. The second thing is you need an aluminium pan for high heat conductivity to caramelise the base gravy. You need a good recipe and good ingredients, and also high heat if you can, so flames are the best option. If you haven't got flames, you can use electric induction. Just takes a little bit of altering the style, and you'll get there in the end. It can be done, and it's being done. Today we're going to cook a fabulous curry that I ate recently while I was on my New Year's trip in Birmingham, and I had a Tandoori garlic chili chicken tikka. It was the first curry where I had seen Tandoori and tikka in the same title of the curry. So I've got a recipe built around that recipe and it tastes absolutely amazing. Now, one of the reasons I'm going back to base is because since I did BIR curries, that's British Indian restaurant style curries, all those months or years ago, I've actually accumulated tens of thousands more subscribers. Now, you may not be going in the back catalogue, and also I thought it was time for a nice refresh. I've just recovered from that dreaded flu. And actually I'm on day 10, but couldn't wait to get back in the kitchen and start cooking. So this is the earliest opportunity I've had where I felt okay to do so. Without further ado, let me tell you what ingredients we're going to be using. Now, one of the secrets in Indian restaurants, not all of them, but many of them, they pre-cook the onions and they'll call them service onions or they'll call them bhuna onions, depending on how they're chopped. So onions that are chopped like this, we call this either service onions or bhuna onions. You don't have to do this, you can use raw onion and cook them down, but we're really trying to get close to what you get in a takeaway. And all I've done is boiled these down for 5 minutes after chopping them, and I've added just a half teaspoon of turmeric to the water. And they're already boiled and they take on a different texture within the curry that you're so used to in the restaurant. I've got 7, 8, 9 pieces of pre-marinated and pre-cooked chicken tikka. Now I've used my own blend, which you can buy. I'll leave a link in the description box below. I'll also leave a link to the recipe that's already on YouTube. So if you've got the time and the effort, you can make it yourself or get whatever tikka you can, but just use tikka in this curry. It's very important that you do. I've got a tablespoon of tomato puree here, and I've mixed a little water with that to make it pourable. And all measurements for the recipe will be in the description box below, but we've got mixed powder or curry powder, we've got a chili powder. I'm using a heaped tablespoon of freshly chopped garlic. I use my little whizzy chopper and I added a little oil to that, but that's fresh garlic. Use fresh garlic in this. Half a teaspoon of garam masala, a teaspoon of Tsp Methi, quarter teaspoon of salt, 2 whole green fresh chilies which I've just sliced down the middle. As I said, the chicken tikka. We're going to use a splash of tomato ketchup for that added sweetness that's going to go into this curry. And as far as the tandoori part, we're going to use a teaspoon of Pataks. That's right, Indian restaurants use Pataks, and that's exactly what we're trying to replicate, tandoori paste. And also a little, say a teaspoon of King Naga. Use what brand you've got, Mr. Naga, Vikki's or Prawn, whatever you've got. Right, let's crack on. Oh yeah. 300 ml of base gravy. Now base gravy is very important for Indian restaurant curries because it forms the base of every curry that they do in the restaurant, which enables them to turn out curries very quickly. Now a lot of people say, oh, you only need base if you want to turn out curries quickly. No, that's not true, because an Indian restaurant curry comes out very different from an authentic curry, and it's the difference that a lot of people like. They like those saucy gravies, those curry gravies and masalas, sorry. So it's not just a shortcut. Of course it's a shortcut, but you produce a very different curries that we enjoy at home. So I'm using my quick base gravy. I did a video about 2 months ago making base gravy with just 4 ingredients: There it is, nice and thin and ready to go. And that's going to be my gravy of choice because it's very, very, very simple to make. You know I love it if you like and subscribe to the channel. Always love it when you do. And if you like the content, please leave a comment and let me know. Right, so let's get started by firing up your flames. Right, follow along with me, guys. Right, just put 2 tablespoons of oil in the pan. Using the back of the spoon. Just warm that through. Remember, only use aluminium or stainless steel pans. You want the base gravy to thicken down really quickly and for it to caramelise. First thing that's going to go in is the garlic, the minced garlic. I'm using fresh here because I want it to be really pungent and garlicky. Back of the spoon. Remember, you can always lift the pan if things get too hot. Now we're going to add in the Tsp Methi. Already you can smell the garlic in there. In go the spices, chili, the mixed powder, garam masala. That's perfect. Let's put in some of these service onions. Touch of base just to loosen things down. It already smells like a BIR curry now because you've got that smokiness going through there. Now we want to add in all that tomato paste. Now the flames, they're going to be adding smoke to the dish. Really simple to do these, that's why people love doing them. Now we're going to add in the chicken tikka. Right, you want to just coat the chicken tikka in that lovely masala. And we want 2 full ladles of base gravy. We'll gently stir that through. We're just going to reduce all that down. Now remember, you want the base gravy nice and thin. If you don't have the base gravy thin, it's just going to not bubble nicely like this. It's just going to be more splodges everywhere and your missus is going to give you a bollocking for ruining the kitchen. Add in the 2 green chilies and we're going to use a teaspoon of this Tandoori masala marinade paste. And we're going to use a similar amount of Vikki's Naga. Actually half a teaspoon of the Naga, so that's not too hot. And remember, if you don't want it too hot, manage the chili aspect of the curry. So it's spicy to your taste. Remember, because the because the chicken tikka is already pre-cooked, we're only really heating that through. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. There we go. Just leave that to cook. Try not to keep turning it. Right, splodge of tomato ketchup. smells tremendous. I tell you, you just can't beat cooking, can you? It's just an amazing thing to do. And then, you know, it's all joy, isn't it? You prepare, you cook, you eat. The only bit I don't like doing is the washing up. So I don't do it. Well, I would say that is ready to plate up. Oh, now it's time for the taste test. Woo! Right, so here we go with the tandoori garlic chili chicken tikka. Gravy's nice, consistent, presentation's really good. Chicken beautifully marinated. That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. That is absolutely amazing. You've got to try this at home. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you again in the next one. I'm Al, and I'm out of here.